Space travel is one of the greatest endeavors of humankind. Even I myself dream of traveling in space, much like in Star Trek. I envision colonizing Mars. There, of course, there are plenty we need to learn about our own planet. But we like to explore. They say it's part of human nature. But isn't that possible that greatest exploration is within us? Excuse me. Of course, there are several levels. There are several trains of thought. Beliefs dealing with within. Power within. The saving grace from within. What would it mean if one was to be able to go within? If one was able to travel within themselves, and it has to be within yourself. One can think of was a movie years ago, like 70s, and then it's been some updated versions of traveling within the human body, being miniaturized and going in. But that's something different. Even that itself would be a great endeavor, but we're talking about a totally different step, a greater leap for one to be able to go within themselves to the molecular level. Because, of course, you couldn't take your body because you are your body. It would entail being able to detach, your consciousness, your thinking, or finding the possibility there is that consciousness, the consciousness that we have in which we are able to, examine external ourselves. And then by way of building machines and things of that nature, able to examine internal ourselves. But the consciousness that we hold to be generated by hell within our brain. In whatever relation, how you want to say operates with our mind. But if that consciousness self actually emanates within the whole of our being, and there's only a brain that plays its part as just being a larger organ, or just that part that it plays a part, its part with the body, and in translating, deciphering those things that we get from our senses and things of that nature. I spoke before, the separation between the body and the brain. The question is if there's actually a third aspect, and actually a separation between the brain and the mind. And that ultimately, that mind, that consciousness, is there that emanates through all, and specifically within the body, because within the material is able to hold the material itself, and being is something that's able to be seen, to think of itself, to be aware of itself. So thus it would be able that within the cells, when you see these things, these little machines, if you will, that operate, and you figure, well, how they operate. When you look at, a sperm and it's traveling, that sperm is traveling. What exactly is it that's guiding that sperm is traveling? It travels on a path. It has a mission. All these little things in our bodies, they have these their missions, their duties, their function, their form. What is that exactly that gives it? What is that mind? It has to have some type of mind, right? And the very fact of its action, it has some mind. And you want to say, oh, that doesn't have a brain. And there again, just because it doesn't have a brain doesn't mean it doesn't have a mind, right? We might want to assume there's no thought that happens within these things, these viruses, these molecules. We want to say there's no thought. Although they do actions by way of the same way we show actions. They go right when they need to go right. Sometimes they may go left. They go up when they need to go up. Sometimes they might go down. They do the things that is necessary for them to do what it is that they are trying to do by some form, function, force, truth. So can there be the exclusion of saying that within all that, within us, that the mind goes that deep, that the mind is within all that?